China criticizing Secretary of State Mike Pompeo over his comments marking 30 years since the Tiananmen Square massacre, accusing Pompeo of smearing China after he called for full accountability by Beijing for the deadly crackdown on those protests back in 1989, saluting the demonstrators as heroes. Kitty Logan's live in London for us. Kitty?
Hi, Sandra. Well, China has never officially acknowledged the protests in Tiananmen Square. They're silent about it this year too, and also they've been cracking down on any dissidents who may have spoken out about it. Now, 30 years ago, the Chinese government cracked down on pro-democracy activists with troops and tanks. Those activists were calling for freedom of speech. Many were killed, although China has never noted the exact death toll. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, as you say, has been remembering the courage of those protesters. In a statement, he said, "We salute the heroes of the Chinese people who bravely stood up 30 years ago in Tiananmen Square to demand their rights. We urge the Chinese government to make a full public accounting of those killed or missing." Now, Chinese authorities have accused Mike Pompeo of attacking their political system. All mentions of Tiananmen Square, meanwhile, are also removed from the internet. But the authorities have increased security in the area ahead of the anniversary, closing down roads, putting up checkpoints. It does appear to be quiet, but the UN says it has reports of detentions and increased censorship leading up to today. In Hong Kong, though, students have held a candlelit vigil and a minute of silence to remember the Tiananmen Square victims. People there do have greater freedom to express their views. There were also small but heated protests further away in Sydney, pro-China protesters clashing with pro-democracy demonstrators marking the anniversary as well. All these years later, Tiananmen Square is still a very divisive issue between China, the US and the rest of the international community. Sandra?
Kitty Logan in London for us. Kitty, thank you.